Welcome back to my Madden 23 relocation franchise with the Oklahoma City Bison. If you missed the last episode, we moved on from quarterback Greg Knox and drafted a new one with the #1 overall pick. And that would be quarterback Keyshawn Gaither out of Colorado. He comes in as a 74 overall. He is a scrambling quarterback, comes in with 90 throw power, 79 deep accuracy, 82 medium, 80 short accuracy, but he has 93 speed, so hopefully if the offensive line breaks down, this quarterback can escape and make some plays. We also managed to add wide receiver Michael Thomas in free agency. He comes in with an 83 overall as a slot receiver. He's most likely going to be our #1 option this year. We're going to keep the same playbook, which is Cincinnati's playbook, and hopefully utilize a lot of short passes. As I always do, I added some extra players off screen just to kind of fill out the roster and try to find a few more role players that we're going to need for this season, so let's go over that. I brought in a couple quarterbacks to use in this preseason. Kirk Cousins was brought in just because he has the mentor player tag. He is literally the only quarterback in free agency that had it. I was going to sign more because that mentor tag gives guys like Keyshawn Gaither a little bit more experience every week during weekly training, but Cousins was the only one there. And then I also brought in undrafted quarterback Joseph Johnson out of North Carolina. I signed 4 different running backs here off screen. The first one being former Oklahoma Sooner Samaje Perine, looking to use him as more of a power back because he does have 99 carrying right now and also comes in with 86 trucking. I also signed 3 undrafted running backs, and that would be running back Shelton Hall, running back JJ Howard, and running back Demario Jarrett. I usually sign a bunch of receivers to try to find someone that can make some big plays for us, but there was only really one to sign this year. That is wide receiver John Mims. He's an undrafted rookie, but was projected in rounds 3 to 4. I almost took him really late in the draft. I saw him in free agency and figured why not give him a chance. The only offensive lineman I brought in is right guard Darrell Williams. He comes in as a 71 overall just to back up Drew Madden. I signed a couple people for the defensive line. The first one would be Marlon Davidson just as a solid backup to Kevin Donald. And then at right end, I signed Tristan Hill as a backup and to kind of compete with Yannick Ngakoue for the starting spot on the other defensive end position. I brought in a total of 4 linebackers this preseason, 2 of them at middle linebacker, 2 of them at right outside linebacker. The first one is linebacker Deion Jones, who will obviously back up Trent Woodard. I also brought in Eric Stevenson, a second-year player with some pretty solid ratings. And then at right outside linebacker, I signed Arden Key to be a backup to Daryl Nix, and I also brought in Deontay Massey. The corner position is another one that I generally sign a lot of people at during the preseason, but I only brought in one this year, and that is defensive back Greedy Williams. And now the final player I brought in is safety Trey Diaz. He was actually on the team last season. I saw him in free agency, figured I'd bring him back for a little bit of depth here. I also decided to sign Jake Elliott, and the main reason is because he has a 97 kick power as opposed to 91. I'm willing to sacrifice the 2 points of accuracy for a lot more power. So we're going to go ahead and cut Eddie Pinheiro, and we will roll with Jake Elliott as our kicker. I'm not sure how much of the preseason we're going to watch here or how long this video is going to be. I want to watch a bit of Keyshawn Gaither, at least in the first game though, so we can get a feel for our new quarterback. We won't get that look too early as the 49ers will get the ball first, led by quarterback Brock Purdy. Out of shotgun, he'll take the snap, and he's going to go deep on the first play of the preseason. That is caught downfield into Oklahoma City territory. Not a great start for our newly rebuilt secondary. Hopefully our defensive backs can rebound from that. 1st and 10, it's a read option. Purdy will keep it himself to the outside, and he gets brought down for a gain of 5. That will set up a 2nd and 5 for the 49ers. Now he comes back in shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield here. From the 27-yard line, he'll take the snap and look to pass. Dropping farther back, now throws to the outside to a wide open George Kittle for the first down. Our defense definitely not off to a good start. From the 21-yard line, he comes out with Christian McCaffrey in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, gives it to McCaffrey. Never mind, it's a play fake. Now goes downfield, and that is knocked out of the air by Trent Woodard, I believe. That would bring up a 2nd and 10. From the 21-yard line, Purdy back in shotgun again. He'll take the snap and look to pass. Standing back in the pocket, now throws to the outside. That's caught by Kittle, and he will get brought down a few yards shy of the marker. That sets up a 3rd and 2. Can we hold them to a field goal try here from the 13-yard line? Purdy comes out with McCaffrey in the backfield. It's a read option, and Purdy to the outside will easily have the first down and get brought down inside the 5 all the way down at the 1. So now it's 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Purdy in shotgun. They give it to McCaffrey, and he will juke out one defender and walk into the end zone. The Niners take a very early 7-0 lead. Now we get to see rookie quarterback Keyshawn Gaither make his official debut as an Oklahoma City Bison. Let's see how he can operate this offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 21. He has Antonio Gibson at running back. In a pistol formation, they'll give it to Gibson, who will bounce it to the outside and get brought down for a gain of about 1. That will bring up a 2nd and 9. Gaither will now line up under center from the 22-yard line. Gibson's still the running back, and they go right back to Gibson up the middle, and he is met by Fred Warner, and that will set up a 3rd and 3. Gaither will line up in shotgun, trying to avoid the 3-and-out on his first official drive. Gibson's still in at running back here. He will actually send him out wide, so now Keyshawn Gaither is the only one in the backfield here. Will we get to see his scrambling ability? A quick throw over the middle is caught by Darius Slayton for the first down to the 36-yard line. Now he comes out in shotgun. Under 9 minutes to play in the first quarter, Gaither will look to pass again, dropping farther back, standing in the pocket, steps up and throws deep on the run, and that is overthrown and incomplete. That also didn't look like the best decision. He kind of threw that into double coverage. Now 2nd and 10. He'll drop back to pass again, and a quick throw over the middle is caught for the first down, and that is Michael Thomas. Gaither lines up in shotgun from the 49-yard line. Gibson is the running back again. He'll take the snap and look for another pass. A quick throw to the outside is caught for close to the first down, and that is going to be Darius Slayton to bring up a 2nd and inches. So now Gaither will line up under center. Gibson is the running back from the 41-yard line. He takes the snap, gives it to Gibson up the middle, who will get the first down just barely, but it's all we needed. 1st and 10 from the 40 now. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson still the running back. He'll take the snap under heavy blitz, and he finds his man on the outside on a screen, and Gibson will be brought down for a gain of 3 yards to bring up a 2nd and 7. So far, only one incomplete pass from Gaither, but we really haven't seen him throw the ball downfield. From the 36-yard line, he'll send the man in motion. Takes a snap and gives it to Gibson, who goes up the middle. Why did you go up the middle? Had he bounced it to the outside, there was a wide open lane. But now that sets up a 3rd and 3. Gaither will line up under center from the 33-yard line. He'll drop back to pass. Hopefully looking for a quick pass. To the outside will be caught, and a first down to 84, which is George Carson, our tight end. 1st and 10 from the 25. Gaither out of shotgun will look to pass. He steps up, throws on the run, finds Gibson for a short gain. A 2-yard run on the next play brings up a 3rd and 4. Gaither back in shotgun. Will take the snap and look to pass. It's a screen to the outside that's caught by Gibson, who will be met immediately and brought down. So brand new kicker Jake Elliott will get to try a field goal here and make it 7-3. That drive looks solid from Keyshawn Gaither. I wish he'd throw the ball a little bit more downfield sometimes. The Oklahoma City defense would allow another touchdown to make it 14-3. Most of the backups are in, but I've kept Keyshawn Gaither, and I want to see him for at least another couple drives, and he'll make a throw out to Nyheim Hines, and that will be an extra 15 yards due to a face mask. That moves us up to the 42-yard line. Gaither in shotgun. Nyheim Hines is the running back. He does not have his number 1 receivers in Darius Slayton or Michael Thomas, but he does have Nyheim Hines, who will run up the middle for a gain of about 6 yards to bring up a 2nd and 4. Now Gaither back in shotgun again from the 48-yard line. Hines is still the running back here. He'll take the snap and look to pass. A quick throw over the middle is caught by Ian Thomas for the first down. A 4-yard run from Nyheim Hines will then bring up a 2nd and 6. Gaither back in shotgun from the 43. And he throws over the middle. That's caught by Hines for the first down, brought down at about the Niners' 32. 1st and 10. He lines up under center. Nyheim Hines is still the running back here. Under 9 minutes to play in the half. Gaither will drop back to pass. And he's under pressure and getting sacked on the play. He ran right into the defensive end. A 1-yard screen would then set up a 3rd and 15 for the Bison. Gaither out of shotgun will take the snap and look to pass. Needs to kind of go deep downfield. Throws it underneath. Caught by Hines, and he'll be brought down to the 33. And we should kick another field goal. Jake Elliott will come out for a 50-yard try here with about 7 minutes to go in the half to try to make it 14-6. The kick is away, and this one will be good. The defense was able to force a 3-and-out, so now we take over at the 20-yard line. Gaither out of shotgun. It's a screen, and he throws that right into the dirt. Only the 2nd incomplete pass from him, though. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. He comes out as the only one in the backfield in a 5-wide set. Gaither will take the snap. A quick throw over the middle will be caught for the first down by Nyheim Hines, brought down to the 35. He comes back out in shotgun for the next play. With about 5 minutes to play in the half, Gaither will take the snap and look to pass. And he's going to roll out to the outside, get away from one man, and now we finally get to see his speed, but he'll slide for only a 1-yard gain. I really wanted to see a little bit more, but at least he can get away from the sacks. We saw that. 2nd and 9. Gaither out of shotgun. Will roll out to the outside, trying to buy some time, and he's going to take off again, and he'll slide down, getting the first down. That is stuff that Greg Knox could not do, and I'm glad to see Gaither can. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He lines up under center. Naheem Hines is the running back. We give it to Hines up the middle, and he'll fight forward for a few yards. 2nd and 7 from the 49. Gaither lines up under center. Hines is still the running back here. He takes a snap, gives it to Hines, who goes to the outside, and Naheem Hines will fight to about the 47-yard line to bring up a 3rd and 3. About 3 minutes to play in the half. Gaither in shotgun, with, I believe, Shelton Hall, the undrafted rookie, in the backfield with him. He steps up and now goes over the middle, and that is incomplete. He was hit as he was throwing. Gaither will get one more drive in this game. With 55 seconds to go, he has 2 timeouts. Gaither out of shotgun. We'll throw over the middle. That'll be caught by Jamarcus Tompkins, and we'll get brought down at the 12, and we burn our 2nd timeout. I really want to see if we can throw the ball deep here. Gaither back in shotgun with 49 seconds to go in the half. He takes the snap and stands in the pocket, throws it underneath again. That's caught by Thomas, but will be a 1st down, I believe. Never mind, they bring up 3rd and inches. He had to come back to make the catch. Now with about 20 seconds to go in the half, Gaither will take the snap, and Gaither's going to load up and go deep downfield, but that is out of bounds. 4th and inches, and we should punt it away. On one of the last plays of the half, though, we get an interception and take over at the 46-yard line thanks to Deion Jones. But instead of a Hail Mary, we're trying a 63-yard field goal with Jake Elliott, and that is no good. We're going to jump ahead into this game at the start of the 4th quarter. It is 3rd and 2 from the 49ers 4-yard line. Donnie Westerman to the end zone, and a touchdown for Oklahoma City, caught by undrafted free agent John Mims. Now with about 4 minutes to go, undrafted rookie quarterback Joseph Johnson's in the game, trying to tie it up with under 4 minutes. He takes the snap and looks to pass. He goes over the middle. That is caught for the 1st down. That is caught by number 10, which I don't even know who that is. That was wide receiver Malik Conley, who was a 7th round pick this year. 1st and goal from the 5. And Johnson will line up under center. He sends a man in motion, takes the snap, gives it up the middle, and that will be brought down at the 1. Never mind, he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma City, and that is number 30, which is Demario Jett, an undrafted free agent. Johnson will line up to go for 2 to try to tie the game with 3:17 to play. He takes the snap from shotgun, stands in the pocket, now rolling around, trying to find somebody open, needs to get rid of it at some point, and he's going to get sacked all the way back around the 15. The 49ers would end up with a field goal to make it 24-19 with 1:12 to go. Johnson out of shotgun, looking to try to win the game. Will step up and take off, and will slide down for about an 8-yard run. I lied, that was a 9-yard run. 2nd and 1. Johnson out of shotgun will take the snap. A quick throw over the middle is caught by Jamarcus Tompkins, who will be brought down near the 40. 1st and 10, about 30 seconds to play. Johnson takes the snap, rolls out to the outside, will throw over the middle. That's caught by Ian Thomas, and he will get to about the 50-yard line. Now under 20 seconds to play. We have no timeouts. Johnson in shotgun will take the snap again. And now he's run out to the outside, and he's going to get sacked on the play back at the 42. Do we have enough time to get a snap off? No, we do not. We lose the first preseason game 24-19. But I feel like the rookie quarterback in Keyshawn Gaither looked perfectly fine for his first NFL action. He finished today 15 for 19 for 92 yards, never found the end zone, but also never threw a pick. Joseph Johnson goes 7 for 11 and 86 yards as an undrafted rookie. That's pretty solid. And then Donnie Westerman, 5 for 12, 70 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Naheem Hines ran for 25 yards on 6 carries. Demario Jarrett found the end zone. Receiving, Ian Thomas seems to be our best one, 5 for 57. And then John Mims got a touchdown, 2 for 15 and 1 score. On defense, leading the team in tackles is second-year player Trey Diaz and rookie Trayvon Kerr, who we took in the 4th round. Really didn't have the best ratings, but seemed to play well today. Also got 2 sacks, and that is the only player to get a sack today. And Deion Jones got the lone interception. And now we can check out how the 49ers played. Brock Purdy goes 4 for 5 for 80 yards. Their backup Sal Sarah goes 8 for 21, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Running the ball, Tyrion Davis-Price, 17 for 74 yards, and Christian McCaffrey found the end zone. I really don't know if I said his name right, and I apologize. Receiving, Quentin Burris, 4 for 32 and 2 touchdowns, was their best receiver. Following that game, Jamarcus Tompkins gets an upgrade. He gets +2 to awareness, 1 to catch in traffic, and 1 to short route running. We do have 1 injury, and that is Yannick Ngakoue. He has an upper arm fracture and probably won't be back until the start of the regular season. Before jumping into the next game, Trent Woodard also got an upgrade following weekly training. He gets +1 to pursuit, tackle, and zone coverage. Before we jump into the second preseason game, the way I'm going to do this one is I'm going to leave the starters in for the entire first half and see if Keyshawn Gaither can finally find the end zone with all of the starters. He only got the starters for the first quarter last game, So this time I'll have him for the entire first 2 quarters, and we'll see if he can do any better. The Cowboys would drive right downfield and take the lead 6-0, but miss the extra point. So now we get to see Keyshawn Gaither from the 25-yard line. On the first throw, that'll be incomplete. They brought a heavy blitz, and he panicked and did not throw an accurate pass. 2nd and 10. Back in shotgun. Gibson is the running back. Gaither will take the snap and look to pass. He goes over the middle. That is caught for the first down. That is Deshaun Slaughter to the 42. That 17-yard gain now brings up a 1st and 10. Gaither back in shotgun, once again looking to pass. He'll throw down the right sideline, and that is incomplete. Intended, I believe, for Michael Thomas, but could not hold on to it through traffic. Now 2nd and 10. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson still the running back. He'll take the snap and look to pass again. A quick throw to the outside is caught for the first down, out of bounds in Cowboys territory. In case you were curious, that was Michael Thomas on the 12-yard gain. Now on the next play, he's rolling out to the outside, trying to escape the pressure, and Gaither will turn upfield and slide down to the 42 for a gain of 5. That would have been a huge loss with Greg Knox. He turns it into a solid gain. Now he lines up under center. He takes a snap and hands off to Gibson up the middle, and he will fight all the way to about the 38 to bring up a 3rd and 1. Gaither lines up under center. Antonio Gibson is the running back. He takes a snap, gives it to Gibson, who goes up the middle for the first down, but there is a flag. Don't tell me this is coming back. Please, no one hold. Holding on the offense. How far back is that coming? That will make it a 3rd and 7. Following the holding, we're at the 44-yard line. Gaither in shotgun. Gibson is the running back. He'll take the snap and look to pass. Standing in the pocket. Has a bit of time. He's rolling around and runs right into Micah Parsons. What were you trying to do there? The defense was able to force a punt on the next drive, bringing up a 1st and 10 from the 20. Gaither in shotgun will take the snap. A quick throw over the middle is caught for a very short gain, I believe, by George Carson. It brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 24 now. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson still the running back. We give it to Gibson, who has some good blocks, and the first down finally gets brought down to the Cowboys at the Bison 32. 1st and 10. Gaither in shotgun. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. He takes the snap and will look to pass, standing in the pocket. Now he's going to go deep downfield, and that one will be caught, and that is Darius Slayton down to the 22, and now Micah Parsons is injured for the Cowboys. That was the biggest pass we've seen Gaither hit so far. 1st and 10, out of shotgun. He takes the snap, looking to pass again. He's under pressure, rolling out to the outside, throws on the run, and gets intercepted on the play. That was a risky throw, and Dallas will take over. The Cowboys would capitalize off the turnover, making it 13-0. Now Gaither out in shotgun from the 25. Gibson is the running back. He will send Gibson out wide. Gaither is now the only one in the backfield. With about 8:40 to go here in the half, he takes the snap. A quick throw over the middle is caught, and that'll turn into about a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson is the running back. From the 34, they give it to Gibson, who goes up the middle and gets the first down, runs over a couple players, and is brought down to the 41. Gaither back in shotgun for the next play. 7:40 to go here in the half. He takes the snap, and it's a play action. Gaither looking to go deep downfield and will unload it deep. Does he have a man? That is dropped by Darius Slayton. I feel like that should have been caught. 2nd and 10 now. That was a huge attempt there. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson is the running back. He takes the snap and gives it to Gibson, who goes to the outside, and we will have a 3rd down. It is a 3rd and 10. Gaither in shotgun. From his own 42-yard line, will take the snap and look to pass. He rolls around in the pocket. Now he's going to try to take off, and he will slide down before he can get hit. Only a 1-yard run, and we will punt it away. The offense got bailed out, though. The Cowboys would end up roughing the kicker, so we get an automatic first down, and we will start with a short run from Antonio Gibson to bring up a 2nd and 6. Gaither back in shotgun from the 39. 6 minutes to play in the half. Gibson still the running back here. Gaither will take the snap and look to pass. Standing in the pocket, goes deep over the middle. That is caught for the first down, I believe, by Deshaun Slaughter to the 24. A 5-yard run from Gibson on the next play brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 18. Gaither back in shotgun will take the snap. Standing in the pocket. Now he goes deep over the middle. That is caught, and into the end zone is Darius Slayton, and Keyshawn Gaither has thrown his first career touchdown pass. Gaither will have one more opportunity in this half. About 40 seconds to go with all 3 timeouts. He's under pressure, throws over the middle, and finds his man for the first down. That would cause us to burn our first timeout now from the 35-yard line. Gaither back in shotgun. Will take the snap and looks to pass. And he throws over the middle. That is going to be caught by Slayton, and that's about a 9 or a 10-yard gain, and we burn our second timeout. So now 2nd and inches. Gaither back in shotgun with 31 seconds to play in the half. Gibson is the running back. It's a play action to Gibson. Gaither looking to go downfield. He's got to escape the pressure. He'll have the first down and get brought down at about the 50-yard line. That would cause us to have to burn our final timeout though. 1st and 10 with 20 seconds to go. Gaither will drop back to pass, and Gaither gonna go deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete, way out of bounds. That leads to a 2nd and 10. We at least may get to see his arm on these next couple plays. From the 50, Gaither will take the snap out of shotgun, and he throws underneath, and that's caught by Slayton, and that's gonna take us to halftime because there's no way we have enough time to snap the ball. I'm just jumping to the end of this game. It was never really close. Final score was 38-17. I never really got to jump back in at all after Keyshawn Gaither got pulled. The offense did score another touchdown, and we'll take a look at the stats here in a minute to show that. But Westerman and the other quarterback, Joseph Johnson, actually played pretty well in terms of, what they were dealt. Our new franchise quarterback goes 10 for 15, 148 yards, 1 touchdown, but 1 interception. We saw a really nice throw downfield to Darius Slayton. We actually saw a couple, but one of them Slayton actually came down with. But we also saw a really bad interception, just a rookie mistake from him. But Joseph Johnson goes 6 for 8, 89 yards and a touchdown. Donnie Westerman 6 for 12, 81 yards and a pick. Westerman did play okay, but Joseph Johnson played a lot better. Running the ball, Antonio Gibson got 28 yards, Shelton Hall got 18. None of these guys are really standing out to me. And then receiving, John Mims 5 for 55, Darius Slayton 4 for 81 in a score, and Malik Conley, the rookie we took in the 7th round, 3 for 35 in a touchdown. Over on defense, Trent Woodard led the team in tackles with 10, even though I believe he should have only played the first half. Jamison Allen got the only sack, and the only interception came from Ryan Neal. Now let's see how the Cowboys quarterbacks play. Dak Prescott 19 for 26, 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kerry Knox 12 for 15, 126 and a touchdown. Running the ball, Ezekiel Elliott 13 for 63 and a score. Tony Pollard 10 for 47 and a touchdown. Receiving, Tutu Atwell 7 for 77, Gallup 6 for 66. Pollard caught a touchdown, Schultz caught a touchdown, and Ezekiel Elliott caught a touchdown. One of the undrafted running backs was actually injured during this game and will miss the rest of the preseason, and he'll go into the regular season, and I can't cut him if he's injured. So what we're going to do with JJ Howard is he is actually going to go on IR so he does not take up a roster spot whenever I have to start cutting players. Before we jump into the final preseason game, we do have a wide receiver mentorship here. A veteran wide receiver wants to help improve the team. It was Michael Thomas wanting to mentor Jamarcus Tompkins. I told him he needed to get better at getting open and then pick medium route running, so he gets +2 to release. He also gets +2 to medium route running. The third and final preseason game we will definitely not be watching a whole lot of. I'm probably going to give Keyshawn Gaither 2 drives. That is going to be it, and then I'm going to pull all the starters. We know Gaither is going to be our starting quarterback. I just really want to see how well he would perform here and get some of that work towards the 500 plays to figure out his depth trade. We get the ball to start today, so let's see how the offense does. Gaither comes out in shotgun after the touchback. He'll send Michael Thomas in motion, and it's a fake to both players here, and now a throw to the outside, and that is better to be incomplete rather than Thomas lose like 2 to 3 yards. So that brings up a 2nd and 10. Still from the 25-yard line. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson is the running back. He'll take the snap and look to pass, and he throws to the outside. That's caught by Gibson, and he'll be brought down for a short gain to bring up a 3rd and 7. Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson is the running back from the 28-yard line. He'll take the snap and looks to pass. Standing in the pocket. He goes deep downfield. That one will be caught down the sideline. That's Darius Slayton against the Giants. He gets a huge touchdown, and we take an early 7-0 lead. This will most likely be the final drive for Gaither. We're now tied at 7. The defense could not stop Jalen Hurts in the Giants offense, and we started this with about a 6-yard gain to George Carson. That brings up a 2nd and 4. Gaither lines up under center. Gibson is the running back from the 30-yard line. Hand off to Gibson to the outside, and he will get close to the marker, setting up a 3rd and inches here. Can we avoid the 3 and out? Gaither back in shotgun. Gibson still the running back. He'll take the snap and look to pass, and he quick throws for the first down to about the 40. No gain on the next play brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Bison. Gaither lines up under center, and he'll drop back and give it to Gibson right up the middle for the first down into Giants territory. Just a couple run plays later, and now we face a 3rd and 11. Gaither lines up under center. He'll drop back to pass. Looking to go downfield under pressure, throws deep downfield, and that is overthrown and incomplete. All right, I lied. We're going to give Gaither one more drive, but it's 3rd and 7 already from our own 28-yard line, looking to avoid the 3 and out. He'll take the snap and roll it to the outside, throw on the run. That's caught by Gibson, and he'll be brought down, and we'll punt it away. That will be the final action for Keyshawn Gaither. The final score of this game looks pretty close. It was 38-31, but that came to a garbage time touchdown. It was 38-24 until the last play of the game when we got one touchdown to make it look a lot closer than it actually was. But now we're officially done with the preseason and can move on to roster moves. But first, let's take a look at the stats for today. We'll start with Keyshawn Gaither, who goes 5 for 8, 88 yards and a touchdown. Joseph Johnson, 10 for 13, 134 and a touchdown. And Donnie Westerman had the best game of the preseason that he had so far, 10 for 16, 227 and 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, Antonio Gibson only got 26 yards on 7 carries. Receiving, Jamarcus Tompkins, 7 for 98 and a touchdown. Ian Thomas, 7 for 85 and a touchdown. Michael Thomas got a huge touchdown in simulation, I believe an 82-yard touchdown, but he goes 2 for 102 and a touchdown. On defense, leading the team in tackles is Kevin Donald with 8. He also ended up with 4 sacks today. He is the reigning defensive player of the year, and then Deion Jones got his second interception of the preseason. Let's see how the Giants play. Jalen Hurts, their brand new quarterback, goes 21 for 26, 302 yards and 2 touchdowns. George Weeks, their rookie backup, goes 2 for 5 and an interception. Running the ball, Saquon Barkley, 112 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not exactly great, for us at least. Isaiah Hodgins, 6 for 88 and 2 scores, was their leading receiver, and Juju got 5 for 86. We need to make 15 roster moves. Obviously, all of these quarterbacks that I'm carrying will not make the team. We currently have 5 on the team. That won't be happening. But first, I want to see if there's any trades I can make. The main trade I want to look at here is with the Washington Commanders. They have defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. Their other defensive tackle is Daron Payne. Even if they run with 2 defensive tackles on the field at the same time, they have Fedorian Mathis, who is a future starter and a trade target young, but we're going to attempt to trade for defensive tackle Daron Payne. We are making this trade with the Washington Commanders. We are sending a second-round pick and left tackle Jerron Christian over to the Commanders. He will immediately be their best left tackle on the roster, and in return we get Daron Payne and a third-round pick. Now that second-round pick I traded is not even ours, it's actually Philadelphia, so now they own their division rival's draft pick. I won't be keeping his number at 66, but we actually have no numbers in the 90s available right now, so that is where he will be as soon as I make some more roster moves. But I really felt like we needed a lot more help on the run stopping, so now we have Javon Hargrave and Daron Payne. The first one I'm getting rid of is quarterback Kirk Cousins. I didn't use him at all in the preseason. I never really planned to. I just wanted to keep him around for their first few weeks so Gaither got a little bit more experience. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of Kirk Cousins. We may bring him back if the mentor player tag is that big of a deal. But for now, we're going to get rid of Cousins. And then we're also going to come over here and cut quarterback Carl Thomas. He was on our practice squad last year, but I'm probably going to move Johnson over to our practice squad. So Thomas is off the team as well. And Joseph Johnson will be heading to our practice squad. Running back, we have a ton of players here. We currently have 5. I can't even cut one of them because they were injured. But we're going to move both Demario Jarrett and Sheldon Hall over to our practice squad. They may get taken off. I'm not really worried about that though, because I like our running back room with Antonio Gibson, Naheem Hines, and Samaje Perine. We currently have 4 tight ends on the roster. I really like to only roll with 3, so tight end Bryson Leach will be heading to the practice squad, I believe, for the 2nd season in a row. We are also going to be moving left tackle LaMarcus Baldwin over to the practice squad because Jabari Booth will be the backup. He was actually drafted as a center, but is not a bad tackle, so I went ahead and had him back up Charles Leno. At defensive tackle, we're going to start by releasing Elijah Garcia. I may be coming back to this position group though. At outside linebacker, Jason Studebaker is a 59 overall. I took him in the 7th round with the 12th pick. We're going to move him over to the practice squad as well. One more player headed to the practice squad will be outside linebacker Deontay Massey. I said I was probably going to be coming back to defensive tackle, and I am. Defensive tackle Gilbert Stoutmeyer, who we took in the 5th round, is a 66 overall. We're going to move him over to the practice squad too. Defensive end Trayvon Kerr actually played pretty decent in the preseason. We saw that he had a couple sacks, so I'm comfortable with him being the backup. We're going to release Marlon Davidson. Coming back to outside linebackers, Sidney Terrell will also be going to the practice squad as a 61 overall player. I still believe safety Trey Diaz has a little bit of potential, but Chris Bryce has a bit better awareness and play rec, so should Felix McGee get injured, I would rather Chris Bryce come in. So we're going to go ahead and move Trey Diaz over to the practice squad as well. One more of our draft picks will be heading to the practice squad, and that will be defensive end Jaden Calhoun, and this will be the last move we make. And that will wrap up this preseason video. In the next episode, we will kick off season 3 in week 1 at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are excited for this season, and I'll talk to you next time.